Okay, I want to be look good and pretty before I go to my appointment. Nah, you don't have to be looking good. You don't have to be looking pretty. As long as you wear decent clothes or you look clean, you're good to go for your passport appointment. For this service, adult that never had a U.S. passport or they had a passport when they were young. And this is the first time new application process. What's up everyone? Kumusta mga kabayan, mga Pilipino, kumusta? Mabuhay Philippines! My name is Avelina Encabo and today's video it's about U.S. passport for adult. Okay, it's a first time application. Adult that never had a U.S. passport or they had a passport when they were young. For those who doesn't know, Post Office is the one acceptance agency for U.S. passport processing. An eligible applicant must have proof or evidence of U.S. citizenship. That's the main thing in order for you to get a U.S. passport here in America. Either you're born here or you obtain the documents for being a U.S. citizenship. Let's say your birth certificate or naturalization of certificate. Okay? In this service that's required an appointment set up. It is the #1 requirement in order for you to get your passport at the post office service. Please bear with me because I will be discussing more important details in order for you to get your U.S. passport done in the right way. In today's video, it's about U.S. passport process for adult over 16 years old. I will be covering the U.S. passport book. For adults, U.S. passport only valid for 10 years. Okay, and hey, if you got value to this topic, please click the like and subscribe button if you have not been subscribed to my channel so that it will notify you for my upcoming video. Requirements for U.S. passport for adult is a first-time application. #1, appointment setup. #2, the forms that you are going to use. #3, pictures. #4, supporting documents. #5 is the processing fee. #6, it is the payment methods. And #7, it is processing time. Appointment setup is the #1 requirements at the post office service. Without appointment, they would not accept your application. So #1, it is appointment setup. You can set up your appointment through online USPS.com/scheduler, or you can use the SSK, the self-service machine at the lobby area of the post office. At the post office, they have the SSK self-service machine. Bigger post office, they do have that. All right. Keep in mind, without appointment set up, I don't think they will accept your application. There is no further discussion without appointment. Alright, one more thing. Before you applying for your U.S. passport for adult, if I were you, call your local post office so that they will help you which area, which facility to go for your U.S. passport. I would suggest to do that because mostly post office, they know what facility for U.S. passport acceptance. Not all post office they will do accept for U.S. passport. It is by certain area. Okay. Friendly reminder: if you are going to make an appointment through online, there's an option there: U.S. passport process or U.S. passport process with photo service. Either way, which one is you're going to choose. But some customer, they go to like a Walgreens or Walmart to get their picture before they go to the post office. Post office has a photo service for the U.S. passport. Just remember that. Okay, so it is your choice to pick the time and the days to convenient for you, but make sure to make an appointment through online, and don't forget to confirm your appointment through online. It should be connected to your email, because they will ask you for, while you are setting your appointment through online, it is asking you for your email. Make sure you put that email address, because you should receive a confirmation number from the post office that your passport appointment is confirmed. Make sure you get that message, and then don't forget to print out, because a lot of people miss that. And make sure you do that. Okay, how the appointment setup works: if you make an appointment today, it will be the following day. There is no the same day service for the U.S. passport processing, because that day it's already fully booked and it's already packed. So in order for you have to do it like ahead of time. It's always like the following day. But my main purpose here, make sure you confirm the appointment on the bottom of the when you make an appointment setup, because a lot of people miss that confirmation for your appointment. And make sure you have that confirmation number to your email. I would like to introduce you guys about this WESTGATE hotel, which is I had a good experience to this hotel, so go ahead and check it out. If you're planning to go vacation or short vacation or weekend getaway, I would suggest to check it out, because it's worth it. All right, guys. And requirements number 2, forms. An eligible applicant must use DS11 forms. This one. It is the gold and white off-white colors. Forms must be filled out before you go to your appointment. Form must be ready before you go inside to the post office. You can get the forms at the post office lobby area, or go visit travel.state.gov. You can do form filler or print it out or download to your computer. But make sure to print out the actual form, because you need the actual form in order for the passport agent to look up all your information. And bring it with you, the actual forms, okay, during your appointment. When you fill out this form, use black ink pen. Do not use the blue ink pen. And if you make mistake, draw one line and rewrite on the top. And do not use white out to cover your mistake. If you make mistake, just draw one line and rewrite on the top. Be careful when you fill out this form. Take time to read this form, okay? So don't rush. It say here, print legibly the information with black ink pen. It has to be readable, the information you write in here. I don't think cursive handwritten will work. Some people, they use the form filler in order for them to type in. But don't forget to print out the actual form. The passport agent really need this actual form. Okay, keep in mind. But when you fill out this form, only this portion here. It says stop. Don't do anything here. This is for the passport agent's portion. And you can do here too. And don't do it down here. It say this dark bold written here. Don't do it. Only the very top and then here. And do not sign. You can sign this when the passport agent after done processing, because he or she will ask you all this information for your during your interview. Okay. Number three, picture. You can get the picture at the post office, or you can go to like Walgreens or Walmart. It has to be the most recent pictures, okay, not more than 6 months old. So you can get at the post office. It's like $15 per person. Okay, number 4, supporting documents. An eligible applicant must have proof or evidence of U.S. citizenship. If you are born here in America, you must provide a certified birth certificate or a true copy of a birth certificate, the sealed one, the one from the vital statistic record, not the hospital one, the card one. Okay, it has to be from the vital statistic record. Okay, and then that's the number 1 requirements, the birth certificate, the original birth certificate. And then for identification, you must provide an expired driver's license or an expired state ID or an expired military ID. Okay? If you are born here in America. If you are born in abroad outside United States, you must provide a naturalization of certificate. Okay? Like the citizenship naturalization certificate. You have to bring the original naturalization certificate. All the original supporting documents must bring during your appointment, because the passport agent needs all your original true copies of your supporting documents. And then the identification, an expired a driver's license or an expired state ID, or you can bring your birth certificate also to support your birth certificate from abroad. Okay, and also your passport from different countries, so that you have those supporting documents. In case the passport agent asking you more supporting documents, at least you have those requirements. Okay, consular report, birth certificate from abroad, you have to bring the original one as well. But main thing, if you're born abroad, and you have to have the naturalization of certificate, the certificate of citizenship, you need to bring the original one. Okay, not the copy one, or else they would not accept your application. Okay, just keep in mind. Okay, processing fees for Department of State for adult is $130. For the passport agent, execution fee is $35. It is non-refundable fee. Keep in mind, they would not, if you change your mind and then everything is already processed, I don't think they refund for that fee. Okay? Alright, one more thing. If you applied outside the state, let's say, if the applicant is from outside the state, it must provide a second form of identification from your first documents or supporting documents, such as employment ID, like your work badge, or voter's registration, or your student ID, the one with a recent picture on it, because you applied passport to the different state. Let's say, okay, for example, you live in Indiana. All your documents is from Indiana. All your identification is from Indiana. And then you apply passport, you make your appointment at the post office Ohio area. The passport agent would ask you a second form of identification, such as employment ID, like work badge or voter's identification, or your student ID. Anything with your picture, recent picture in it. they need to ask you another form of identification, because you live in Indiana and you apply passport in Ohio, post office Ohio area. So you need to have that, just to keep in mind. But if you live the same state, the post office passport agent would not ask you any second form of identification, just this out of state. What I'm talking right now is for out of state applicant, because the only ID they will ask you if you live the same state, if you live the same area where you're applying for your passport, let's say just in Ohio area, they only need your birth certificate, the original one, and also your unexpired driver's license. If it is expired, I don't think they will accept that as well. Okay, it has to be unexpired one. All right, keep in mind. The important thing also, keep in mind, bring all the original documents. Original. Okay? If you bring the copy, I don't think they will accept the copy. It has to be original forms of supporting documents. Payment methods. You cannot send cash to Department of State. You can bring your debit card or your personal check, because the passport agent has to send for payment methods for Department of State your personal check, or you can purchase a postal money order from the post office during your appointment. Okay, just keep in mind, money orders only work for cash or debit card with a PIN number. I don't think a credit card will accept. Okay, you can pay your credit card, your picture or execution fee. But other than that, it has to be debit card or cash. For Department of State, we have to send or your personal check. Okay? All the process, the passport agent will help you to taking care also all this processing. Okay? Processing time. You have to let the passport agent know that if you have a travel plan sooner, because they will help you, they will advise you to do expedite service. You have to let them know if you have a travel plan. They will ask you during the interview. Okay, processing time. For routine service, it is 8 to 11 weeks. For routine service, it is $130. And then for expedite service, it is 5 to 7 weeks. It is $190. Additional for $60. On the travelstate.gov's website, the Department of State, they clearly explain when they receive their application from their facility, that's the counting days for your U.S. for the processing time, not the day when you come to the post office for your appointment. The days that you come in for the appointment is not counted, only counting when the passport agent sent it out going to Department of State. But if you have any question, go check travel.state.gov. All your concerns, all your question, it's in the travel.state.gov. Okay? During the appointment, the passport agent would ask you how fast and how soon you need your passport. That's the reason I told you, you need to let the passport agent know if you have a travel plan. Okay? And if you're requesting to send it back to you faster, like from the faster service from the Department of State, you have to pay an extra fee for like $18.52. It's like 1 to 2 business days. But in order to do that, you have to do expedite service going to Department of State. And then the Department of State will send it back to you 1 to 2 business days. But you have to pay an extra fee for that. During the interview for your appointment, the passport agent will explain to you the other option. All right? So pretty much your total cost per passport, Department of State, it's $130, and then the execution fee, it is a $35, and then the picture, it is a $15. And if you want to add on for faster, send it back to you, it will be another additional fee for $18.50. Or otherwise, if you don't want the service that faster back to you, is just a routine service, only for you only need the Department of State, $130, and also the execution fee, it's $35, and then the picture is $15. Okay, if you want to do the standard one or the basic one. Okay, the passport agent will fill out this form for their portion. Pay attention during your interview, because the passport agent would ask you a question. All your information you provided here is likeness of you, and it's true and correct, because you have to swear to do that when the passport agent asks you that question. And then after you done swear, you have to sign here. But you have to pay attention when the passport agent asks you a question. All right, when everything looks good and everything is fine. Okay, after everything done, you done swear and sign, the passport agent will collect the original birth certificate, and if you are born abroad, they keep the original of the naturalization of certificate, and also the copy of your unexpired identification. But everything, the original supporting documents, must send to Department of State. They had to collect that and send it together along with this form. However, after a few weeks, the Department of State will send a separate envelope for all your original supporting documents. Don't worry about it, because the Department of State will send it back to you, all the original forms of original documents. Okay, so don't worry about it. They will send it back to you. If you have any question or concern to this topic, please don't forget to leave me a comment below or direct message me to my Instagram account or Facebook account. And please don't forget to share, like, and subscribe, and I will see you guys on my next video. Please don't forget to check out the WESTGATE Hotel. If you're planning to go vacation or short vacation or getaway, weekend getaway, I would suggest to check it out because it's worth it. Alright guys, and yeah, happy vacation everyone, and thank you, and bye. Thank you everyone. I will see you guys. Bye.